One of the things that changed my trading forever, and I attest to becoming profitable versus non-profitable, and it's something that actually gets overlooked a tremendous amount when you're starting to trade, and even when you finally think you figured it out, some people still overlook this. And that is simply the proper preparation. And what do I mean by that? That is proper preparation for market open. Anybody can chart out charts before, late at night, the night before, sitting there and looking at different levels from the previous day, which is fantastic. But how effective can you be before market open is really what I think changes the testament whether you're going to be profitable or unprofitable. One of the biggest things to already dissect as a beginner trader is how do you handle emotions? Well, part of handling emotions is having a plan. When you have a plan in the market and you already know what's going to happen slash what you are waiting for to occur so your setup can hit, you are 10 times more calm in the market and you have a lot clearer head instead of when the market opens right at 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. New York volume is pretty crazy. So when you're a beginner and you start seeing it fly, if you have no structure or no guidelines or a plan to follow, all you're going to do is worry, throw things at the wall, take some losses, feel not confident, cut your trades too early. A plethora of things can occur. Preparation is one of the most slept on aspects to any profitable trader's strategy, and I'm going to show you exactly what I do every single day, what I'm looking for, and why it's successful. So let's head over to the charts here, guys. You guys know from anything else behind my videos, social media, I am a NASDAQ trader, but I'm going to show you how this works on NASDAQ and how it can work on other indexes and even individual ticker symbols as well. So this is what I like to call my pre-market plan. Very simple, my PMP, as most people like to say it. This is simply just the preparation that I do leading into the market so that when the market opens, I am extremely effective and I'm limiting the amount of thinking I'm doing and simply action I'm taking when my levels are hit and my plan is being executed on. So first things first, right now we're in replay mode. We're here on QQQ. For those of you guys that don't know what QQQ is, this is the NASDAQ ETF. This is one of the most liquid options chain and most commonly options chain traded ETFs that exist. This follows the NASDAQ 100. So this is the number one ticker that I trade. So very first thing we're going to do is we want to mark out our key levels within our pre-market range. So we're going to go on the top left here to our trend tools. We're going to go to horizontal line and we're going to make sure we chart our pre-market low and our pre-market high. I'm going to do these levels in yellow so they're very bright and vibrant for everybody so you guys can see. Now, most of you guys are asking me, okay, why am I charting pre-market high, pre-market low, and why am I charting them at this specific range? Now, for me, the number one most confirming time frame and what I love to trade off of is the 5 minute. So I always work off the 5 minute. Remember, candles are made up of two parts, the body and the wick. Wick shows range, body shows the strength. So our highs and our lows always work off of the body close of these candles. So I don't care about a wick below because we know back then at the same price point we were at, this got swooped up and closed at a specific level. So our pre-market low in this case scenario on QQQ would be 583.70. Our top end pre-market high would be 589.91. $6 range, pretty hefty range here, but we know exactly where, again, highs and lows are. Why do we care about highs and lows in pre-market? Is because remember, the market moves and is set up in a specific structure. Pre-market highs, pre-market low, previous day highs, previous day lows are great reference points for market structure. One of the best trades somebody can take and one of the most classic trades is a very simple break of structure. Within the market, especially at New York Open, the most common form of that is a break of pre-market low or pre-market high. In a sense, this could be also looked at as London session highs, London session lows, but for options traders, we talk about it simply being New York pre-market session high and low. Some of my favorite trades are breakouts or reversals, rejections at these specific points. So once I have this marked out and I know my highs and lows, I like to chart out any meaningful key level within this. So right here, we have a little bit of a gap up fill from right here, and you notice in pre-market, we have multiple rejections, quite literally where the market's leading to open up as we speak. So I would chart out this level right here. Yes, I am working off the candle close on this little gap fill up where our pre-market starts overnight session. As you can see, some candles have already followed that, but that's where I'm going to sit here on my level. You also notice that this is exactly where the current candle with some volume is leading and it has a bottom heavy wick at. So this is some of the levels that I'm going to work with heading into today. Now, if I wanted to chart another level, I would probably do something around 587.87 or a little bit higher at 588.26. Let's do this and we will work off of this level here. Notice how it also lines up with previous day, pre-market history, and intraday from yesterday, highs and lows as well. So this is what I would work with going into the day. So my pre-market plan already consists of two possible outcomes. First trade is, if we're trading right here, we're only about $1 up from our pre-market low. So one of our first key points is going to be our pre-market low. If we get a 5-minute candle close below this structure here, pre-market low, we will follow in the continuation. If we see a bounce, we can see some 5-minute wicks close body strong above 583.70. We're looking for calls back to the upside, targeting this first range of 585.51. Now, that's pretty much what I'm doing in terms of my pre-market plan directly here on QQQ. Now, next thing I'm doing is, remember, QQQ is an ETF, meaning it is made up of multiple stocks that cause its movement. I would normally check all the top 10. If you guys look here on my right on my watch list, right below QQQ in order, this is how prepared I like to be. I have the entire top 10 composite breakdown of QQQ in order of weight from 1 to 10 chronologically here. So number 1 being NVIDIA. Number 2 is Apple. Number 3 is Microsoft. Number 4 is Amazon. Number 5 is Tesla. 6 is Google Class A. 7 is Walmart. Yes, Walmart's in the QQQ top 10. Number 8 is Meta. Number 9 is Google Class C. And number 10 is Broadcom. So what I would do right after this is I would pop into each one of these things here and I would do the same exact levels. And I would actually mark out on the top 3 breaks of highs and lows, because whenever the top 3 move in sync, they hold about 25% of QQQ's movement, all just the 3 of them. So usually when they line up and break of structure either high or low and they can really move with some volume, it's pretty set that QQQ is going to follow the same correlated move. We're here in replay mode, so I'm not going to move off these ticker symbols or else it's going to mess up what we've done here on Qs. But we're going to go ahead and play this through and see exactly how this works out. Last thing within the pre-market plan that's very crucial is I like to trade off of my phone or off of another screen with the options chart. TradingView is where I do all my charting, and I usually like to execute on my phone. Why is that? I am somebody that's on my phone a lot, so trading and actually executing on the phone is very easy for me. So the number one thing that I'm always doing is when I go to my order blocks, I would like to get my orders ready prior to doing anything. So I will literally sit here on my phone ready to execute a trade. So literally, let's say I was looking for a break of structure to the downside. As we break 583.70, which I think is the most likely setup here based on the way that we've been trading so far, as we set this up, I am already looking to take the 583 puts once we get a candle close. So I would go to those 583 puts, I would click in how much I'm expecting I want to spend, and I would literally put it. So all I have to do is click one button down here, send, and I am in the trade. So that means the second that it occurs, I'm in the trade. That means as price starts to drop and my trade starts to look like it's going to set up, I'm not switching over and trying to click through 4 or 5 screens right then and there. Okay, where's my contracts? Let me click on my premium. Let me move it to market order. No. I am already ready before the market opens, because the second that my plan hits, all I have to do is click one button and execute. While everybody else is clicking 4, 5, 6 buttons and they're slowing themselves down, the market's moving, I am getting in efficiently as humanly possible. Does that make sense? So let's play this out and let's see exactly how this would have played out slowly, piece by piece here. This should happen one candle at a time. We're going to just play through it here. So market opens here. Immediately we get 2 top heavy wicks. Let me see if I can pause this. Perfect. We get now 3 top heavy wicks in the first 5 minutes. That means in the first 15 minutes, we are already seeing selling pressure coming in. Just look at look at these top heavy wicks coming in here, right? We already talked about we were expecting to see some downside, and our play is trying to calculate below this pre-market low. So far, volume's coming in at somewhat decent. It's at, look here at the top left when I hover over, it is at 1.02, which is actually not tremendously high volume, but market is still selling off. So far, all we're getting is top heavy wicks. For those of you guys that may not know, whenever you see candle structure like this, remember, candles tell you the direction. So wicks is the range, body is the strength. Whenever we see high range with high wicks with low bodies, that means, again, we're moving opposite of our wicks, and downside is very much in control right now. So let's go back to the replay and play this out a little bit longer and see how this plays out. As we start to see this come down, boom, look at this. This is why I love these setups. Look at this pause now. 5-minute candle immediately came down here and wicked this 583.7 level. Immediately after, second candle actually flips green and shows some volume increase as we try to push up. But you will notice the key factor to this setup, and this is exactly what we're patient for. I am always looking for progress off of candles. So my first candle that represented a potential change in structure is this. What does this mean? This candle's pushing down aggressively, trying to break below this pre-market structure here. But remember, as we knew in pre-market, we talked about this, our levels are always charted off the 5-minute candle close. Why? Because wherever these wicks lie, we know at one point price was at this point, but right before the 5-minute period closed, we were purchased right back up and above this level. So our point of interest is 583.70. As we flip back over here and check what's actually happening in the market, notice how these two candles repeat the same exact pattern, putting wicks below this 583.70. So that means we are seeing some buying pressure correlated to these volume candles down here, representing that buyers are stepping in right below this 583.7 level, which is fantastic. Now, where do buyers go wrong and why am I not entering calls right at this point? This is the key. Whenever I start to see one 5-minute candle show signs of a bounce or a rejection of a key level, which in this case it is, I'm always looking for the second candle to make progress above the first. So in this case scenario, I would like to see this candle A, make progress to some degree above the previous wick, or B, at least give me a candle close slightly above this so I know that we are trending in the right direction. Notice how this candle ends up closing equal length high as the previous, thus showing no continuation or progress. As soon as I see that, I know I need to be patient, wait for another candle to see if we make progress, and conveniently enough, this candle tries to wake up, fails to even make any more progress, and finally dumps down aggressively. Now, as long as this candle closes here, we are looking now to see some progress. If this candle can close and hold below 583.70, we'll be taking those puts back down to lows, all right? Let's see how this ends up playing out. So, candle closes, we would be entering here, and look at that. Absolute beautiful setup here. So, if you were patient enough, waited for that 5-minute candle close, we'd be getting into puts right about now as soon as this candle closes. That means we would be executing on our setup that we were already ready for before the market. And look at this push down. We have another $2.50 push down aggressively within 10 minutes right after. That's only 2 candles from our entry. That means on a 0 DTE contract, this is easily a 60 to 7% play right there. That means if you went in with $1,000, that is $600 or $700 return. Or if you went in with 10 grand, you're making $6,000 to $7,000 off of this play. And what is the key here? 2 things. Pre-market preparation, setting our level out, knowing what we're looking for with candle confirmations, and secondly, patience. If I would have gotten too rushed and thought this was going to break too crazy without waiting for confirmation, I would have been absolutely screwed. But the fact that I'm waiting for my candle confirmation, mixed with the fact that I'm already prepared from my pre-market session, this trade ends up working out beautifully, and I can calculate 60 to 70% return, all while it's barely 7:10 in the morning. That is only 40 minutes into the market. Can you imagine being up $6,000 when it's 7:10 in the morning? Your family's still asleep. You still have 2 hours before you have to potentially go to your 9 to 5 if you're watching this and you have one. You'd be up $6,000 to $7,000 already. Do you know how immaculate that could be? All of this comes from the simple part of preparation, which again, like I said once in this video before, I think is one of the most overlooked aspects to trading in this market and becoming a truly profitable trader. If you guys are interested in learning about more about how I set myself up for pre-market and some of my other techniques and tactics, click the video in the description down below, and I'll see you soon.